everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 1st of Jan 2024 and Happy New Year guys, and I really hope you have a fantastic year wherever you're listening from. Now in today's episode guys, we're definitely going to be discussing some really important news, and that is regarding Bitcoin ETF. And to be honest guys, since the last month, there has been constant updates, isn't it? Now there is some massive update, and that is regarding BlackRock, and what they have done is they have enlisted JP Morgan Chase Bank and Jane Street as an AP, that is authorized participant. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss that. Now does this mean that there is a much higher chance for a Bitcoin Spot ETF to be approved? Most likely yes, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now surprisingly guys, in the global cryptocurrency market, Binance BNB chain has moved at number 3rd once again, and Solana has fallen back. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that when we look at the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And just for a few days guys, Solana barely took over Binance BNB chain. Now 2024, it's going to be really interesting to see who actually remains at number 3. Will it be Binance BNB chain or will it be centralized blockchain Solana? Now guys, listen, regulations are definitely making an impact in the world of cryptocurrency, and one particular area where regulations and governments are intervening is that in privacy. And one of the biggest exchanges, that is OKX, they have gone ahead and decided to delist privacy coins including Monero, Dash and Zcash. So definitely not ideal. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that. And guys, listen, there is some drama going on regarding Bitcoin. So essentially the news that is circulating right now is that $1 billion worth of Bitcoin have gone ahead and left exchanges. Now there are two ways of looking at it guys. Ideally, when funds leave from an exchange, what that means is that people are believing in the power of Bitcoin and they want to go ahead and hodl Bitcoin, and because of that, the price of Bitcoin should go up, isn't it? But this time the reason why there is drama is because of the Bitcoin Spot ETF. So ideally when Bitcoins are leaving these exchanges, it does not look good when there is Bitcoin Spot ETF approval is in the news. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that. And guys, finally we have some update regarding meme coins. Now in 2021, meme coins definitely made quite a lot of news, but the news unfortunately died down. But in the 3rd and the 4th quarter of this year, meme coins definitely made a comeback, and Solana blockchain guys definitely pumped up in transactions, and even the price of Solana pumped up. That is because of meme coin frenzy, isn't it? Now there is some update regarding meme coins, and that has to do with Avalanche blockchain, and the Avalanche Foundation guys has decided to purchase meme coins, and it's no surprise because of that. All of the protocols that are connected to meme coins that work on Avalanche blockchain have pumped up in price. So since the last 24 hours, coins such as Husky, AVAX and COQ have definitely increased, and most of them are in double digits as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. And guys, like we do in every Crypto and Coffee Day podcast, I'm going to be discussing 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now unfortunately guys, one trend which I've been observing in the last quarter of 2023, and I'm hoping I don't see it in the first quarter of 2024, is that I'm not seeing any news from the world of Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency, or even Web3 from the Middle East. So let's wait and see what the news and updates are from this region. Now the first news guys has to do with blockchain, and the news is that one of the giant companies from India, that is Adani, their arm company has formed a joint venture with UAE based Sirius, and they're doing that for further development of artificial intelligence, Internet of Things and blockchain technology as well. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this. Now look guys, 2023 has definitely been one of the best years for artificial intelligence, and Saudi Arabia has turned out to be the leader. And guys, the second news that I'm going to be talking about is to do with Saudi Arabia, as they have shown readiness to embrace artificial intelligence era through global partnership. So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on the entire news of what 23 is for Saudi Arabia. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode actually. So let's kickstart with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee Update, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee Update has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. They'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers two hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now as of today guys, the 1st of January 2024, the global cryptocurrency market is at $1.66 trillion. And since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.28%. And guys, if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume, since the last 24 hours, it is $42.72 billion. But since the last 24 hours, it is marginally gone down by 9.56%. Now granted guys, you need to understand that it is 31st in most part of the Western countries. And 1st of January, I really am not sure if people will be sober enough to go ahead and make a lot of transactions in cryptocurrency, isn't it? And that is one of the reasons why the volume is ridiculously low. So I'm really curious to check what happens to the volumes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Because guys, listen, in the next 10 days, we will get some confirmation regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF approval. And that, to be honest, might be one of the biggest news in 2024. The second news, guys, that I think of is Bitcoin halving. And the third news has to do with the US 2024 election. Now, guys, let me quickly run through the volume of DeFi. Because the volume of DeFi, guys, is at $5.65 billion. And as of today, it is accounting for 13.22% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now listen guys, let me put this out across. In order for decentralization to take over the centralization world, DeFi should account for at least 40 to 60% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Unfortunately, stablecoins are accounting for a majority of the chunk. When will that thing happen? To be honest guys, I really am not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes at least a couple of decades, with the volume of DeFi accounting for 40 to 60% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Knowing the notorious history of politicians and human greed, I wouldn't be surprised if that thing never happens as well. Now if you look at the total value locked of DeFi, it is at $53.93 billion, and Lido guys is still dominating with $21.36 billion. And guys, another metric to keep a track regarding DeFi is that of decentralized to centralized exchange dominance. Now as of today, 1st of January, it is at 13.80%. And guys, one anomaly which I've noticed is only since the last 3 weeks or the second week of December onwards, decentralized to centralized exchange dominance has been relatively flat for the entire 7 days. In the first half of this year, decentralized and centralized exchange dominance used to pick up pace on a weekend, that is on Saturdays and Sundays. On certain cases, decentralized exchange to centralized exchange dominance used to shoot up well past the 30% mark. Then what happened guys is in the third quarter and the first month of the fourth quarter, decentralized to centralized exchange dominance for some odd reason used to pick up pace on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I have no idea why that would happen. The only thing I can think of is centralized exchanges were trying to use a lot of decentralized exchange to go ahead and adjust their balances. That is the only wild thing I can think of. Now guys, let me quickly run through the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchanges. And Uniswap is at number 1 at $1.01 billion. PancakeSwap at number 2nd at $441.2 million. Radium guys is at number 3rd at $232.48 million. And Aurea guys at number 4th at $226.58 million. And Core Finance at number 5 at $120.72 million. Now guys, if you look at the volume of stablecoins, it is at $36.54 billion. And as of today guys, stablecoins is accounting for 85.54% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And out of this $36.54 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for $30.51 billion, Circle USDC at $3.36 billion, and Tron USD guys at $169 million. Now listen guys, one of the biggest anomalies that I've noticed in the history of cryptocurrency is that the volume of stablecoins is accounting for a lesser percentage, and that is only because of Binance BUSD's demise, isn't it? And because of Binance BUSD's demise, the volume of stablecoins is accounting for a lesser percentage of the total cryptocurrency market volume. Now guys, let me quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now look guys, I wouldn't be surprised if we do get some news regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF. Bitcoin's market cap would cross a $1 trillion mark, but as of now it is at $834 billion. Now listen guys, if we do get some unfortunate and negative news regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin's market cap goes below the $800 billion mark. Knowing the notorious history of Bitcoin whales, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin's market cap goes below the $750 billion mark. So I do think that the market is going to react in extreme cases based on the outcome of Bitcoin Spot ETF approval news. Now so far as the news regarding Ethereum's market cap is concerned, it is at $275 billion. And guys, if you look at the 24-hour trading volume as of today, it is ridiculously low. And I said guys, because it is New Year on 1st of January, that's one of the reasons why transactions are not taking place. But Bitcoin's market cap is $15.3 billion, whereas Ethereum is $6.54 billion. Now guys, if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin and Ethereum, Bitcoin's dominance is 50.20% and Ethereum's dominance is 16.60%. Now in today's episode guys, let me quickly run through the top 5 smart contracting platform. And as I mentioned earlier today guys, Binance BNB chain has overtaken Solana once again, and it's going to be really interesting to see, particularly in the first 2 weeks, if Solana can overtake Binance BNB chain once again. Now as of today guys, Ethereum is at $275 billion and Binance BNB's market cap is $47.79 billion, whereas Solana guys is at $44.75 billion. So it looks like clearly only because of the hype regarding meme coins, there was a lot of transaction taking place in Solana, and because of that they overtook Binance BNB chain. But look guys, Solana is definitely leaps and bounds ahead of Cardano right now, because Cardano's market cap is way below at $21.29 billion. Avalanche guys is at number 4th at $14.43 billion. And later on guys, we're going to be discussing some news regarding Avalanche, and the Avalanche Foundation are utilizing the meme coin frenzy, and I wouldn't be surprised because of that. The market cap of Avalanche will definitely be pumping up once again. Now guys, before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, let me run through a protocol called as VNX, and the ticker symbol guys is XVX. So let me go ahead and give out some bits and pieces of information, because VNX guys allows users to borrow cryptocurrencies by putting up collateral, and this collateral serves as security for the loan, and borrowers can quickly obtain loans without the need for a credit check. And this is made possible through VNX decentralized apps, and users guys can borrow against various cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, XRP, and even Litecoin as well. And they also have their own stablecoin called as Y. That is something similar to the guitarist Y, isn't it? Now the ticker symbol for the stablecoin is Y. That is V for Victor, A for Alpha, and I for India. And VNX guys introduces a stablecoin called as Y, which is pegged to the value of US dollar. And users can generate Y by posting at least 200% collateral to the VNX smart contract, and this collateral ensures the stability of the Y stablecoins. And they also have governance token, and that is called as XVX tokens. And the XVX token guys are part of BEP tokens on Binance Smart Chain and are used for governance within the VNX protocol. And the XVX holders have the power to vote on key decisions such as adding new collateral types, adjustment parameters, and proposing improvements to the platform. And the governance structure guys aims for decentralization with no token allocations for VNX founders, teams, or advisors. And so far as the transaction speed and low cost is concerned, VNX benefits from high speed and low transaction cost because it is built on Binance Smart Chain, and near instant transactions allows users to access lending markets quickly without any delays. And guys, the Binance Smart Chain's efficiency and cost effectiveness contribute to the overall speed and affordability of the VNX protocol. Now so far as the tokenomics is concerned guys, the total supply of XVX tokens is capped at $30 million, and the initial distribution included a Binance launch pool with no pre-sales or private sales, and XVX tokens are gradually unlocked over 4 years through mining by users participating in the VNX protocol, and rewards are distributed to borrowers, suppliers, and via stablecoin mentors, promoting engagement in the ecosystem. Now, so far as the security measures are concerned, VNX is secured by Binance Smart Chain, which utilizes a hybrid consensus algorithm called as Proof of Stake Authority, also called as POSA, and the protocol guys employs automatic liquidation measures to protect suppliers, and if a borrower's collateral falls below 75% of the borrowed amount, automatic liquidation occurs, ensuring suppliers are reimbursed promptly. So essentially guys, in summary, Venus provides a decentralized lending and borrowing solution on Binance Smart Chain, offering high speed, low transaction cost, and unique features like the Wise stablecoin, and governance is in the hands of the community through XTX tokens, and the security is maintained through BSC and automatic liquidation measures. So definitely an interesting project. Now guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And unfortunately guys, the price of Bitcoin has actually gone down, and as of today, 1st of January, it is at $42,540. I'm really curious to check what happens to the price, particularly in this particular week guys, because listen, because of the news and rumors circulating regarding Bitcoin ETF, I'm pretty much sure it's going to significantly impact the price of Bitcoin. Since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.60%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 2.41%. Ethereum guys is at $2,281. Since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.81%. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 0.12%. Solana guys, unfortunately, is no longer in the top 3. Rather, it is Binance BNB chain once again. The price of Binance BNB chain guys is at $314.61, and since the last 24 hours, it is actually up by 2.31%, but since the last 7 days, it is down by 4.31%. And look guys, it's going to be really interesting to see what the future of Binance BNB chain is. To be honest guys, the first month of 2023 will determine and set the stage as to which blockchain protocol is at number 3rd. Based on my understanding guys, and based on the partnership that Solana has done, I wouldn't be surprised if Solana does eventually climb back to number 3rd, so it's going to be really interesting to see. Now guys, listen, let's discuss one of the most important news, and that is to do with an update to Bitcoin Spot ETF, and 29th of December was the last date where the SEC requested Bitcoin Spot ETF applications to go ahead and make any adjustments, and BlackRock guys has actually enlisted JP Morgan and Jane Street as authorized participants, also called as AP for its Bitcoin Spot ETF. And also guys, Valkyrie is also named Jane Street, and Cantor Fitzgerald as authorized participants for Bitcoin ETF. Now if you do want to read through the official filing, you can actually see it in the show notes below. And the filing guys is directly from the US Security and Exchange Commission website. Now here's the interesting bit guys. It is so strange to see that JP Morgan has been added as authorized participants, isn't it? And some industry experts were actually surprised to see JP Morgan named in BlackRock's filing, given the fact that the CEO Jamie Dimon has been a massive detractor of Bitcoin and blockchain and cryptocurrencies in general, and Jamie Dimon's strong negative stance on Bitcoin and crypto sector in general has definitely not been good for the global cryptocurrency world, isn't it? Now earlier this month, Jamie Dimon did actually say that he would ban Bitcoin if he were part of the government, and he's deeply opposed to the asset class as well. Now look guys, unfortunately when it comes to human greed, looks like all of the ethics gets thrown out of the window, isn't it? Now listen, it's really important to note regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF, the US Security and Exchange Commission is expected to make a decision on whether or not it will approve or decline a Bitcoin Spot ETF between the 5th and the 10th of Jan of this month, and those dates guys are going to be absolutely crucial, not just for the Bitcoin world, but for the global cryptocurrency market as well, so definitely keep an eye on those dates. Now guys, let's discuss some unfortunate news, and that is from one of the leading exchanges, that is OKX. And guys, OKX exchange, they have decided to delist 20 trading pairs, including significant privacy coins like Monero, Dash and Zcash, and they're doing that by 5th of January. So what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, in the show notes below, there is an official link, and what they have said is that the decision is attributed to the trading pairs not meeting the exchange's listing criteria. And here's the sad bit guys, they have not provided any additional details. Now if you go to the official link below, the website does mention that based on the feedback from users and the OKX token delisting idling guidelines, they have gone ahead to delist several trading pairs as they do not fulfill their listing criteria. So definitely unfortunate news. Now guys, let's discuss second news, and this news has to do with $1 billion worth of Bitcoin leaving cryptocurrency exchanges. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode guys, there are two ways of looking at it. One way would be HODL, that is hold on to dear life, and that might be a positive sign, but because there is Bitcoin Spot ETF and Coinbase has been associated with BlackRock and other Bitcoin Spot ETF, it need not necessarily be viewed as positive as well. So let me go ahead and explain what the news is all about. So the news that is circulating right now via CoinDesk is that Bitcoin's bullish outlook is reinforced by ongoing on-chain activity, and on Wednesday, a notable development occurred with over 28,000 Bitcoin, which was valued at $1.18 billion, departed centralized exchanges. And to be honest guys, this marked the most significant single-day outflow in Bitcoin terms since December of 2022. And this guys is based on the data provided by blockchain analytical firm Glassnode, and CoinDesk did actually mention the same thing via Twitter. And here's the interesting bit guys, Coinbase's CEO Brian Armstrong did actually reply to the tweet that the information is incorrect and that is not exactly the information that they have, and he actually mentioned that this is false, way off from the internal data. Now the reason why this is surprising guys is because Coinbase is listed as a Bitcoin custodian for proposed BlackRock ETF, and BlackRock has an existing strategic partnership with Coinbase, and if I'm not mistaken guys, BlackRock and Vanguard together they own 10% of Coinbase, and because of this reason Bitcoin leaving from exchanges may not necessarily be a good thing when there is news regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF approval, isn't it? And that is where the drama is. So it's going to be really interesting to see guys what the news regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF is. Now guys, let's discuss some news from the world of meme coins, and the Avalanche Foundation, which they claim is a non-profit organization that is guiding the development of Avalanche Network, has announced to acquire a variety of meme coins through its program called as Culture Catalyst, and this initiative guys aims to expand the foundation's portfolio and explore diverse possibility by purchasing specific Avalanche-based meme coins to form a collection. Now look guys, because of this news, the price of Avalanche-based meme coins such as Husky AVAX and Cork Eno also experienced significant double-digit increases. Now listen guys, me personally I don't like this news because it does leave a massive room for insider trading, isn't it? Now could it be possible that the members of the Avalanche Foundation already went ahead and purchased these meme coins well in advance before they went ahead and purchased a lot of these meme coins? Definitely possible. So me personally, I'm definitely not liking this news. So those are some macro level news guys from the cryptocurrency world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is regarding Adani Enterprises, and the news essentially is that Adani Enterprises arm forms joint venture with UAE-based Sirius for artificial intelligence, Internet of Things and blockchain technology in Adani Enterprises Limited. The flagship entity of Adani Group has announced a joint ventureship with UAE-based Sirius International Holding Limited, and the joint venture guys involves 49 to 51% partnership, with Adani holding a 49% stake and Sirius holding a 51% stake, and the agreement was formalized through a term sheet executed on the 28th of December 2023, and the subsidiary responsible for JV's Adani Global Limited Mauritius, which is wholly owned by Adani Enterprises, and the joint venture guys will be based in Abu Dhabi, UAE, where Sirius International Holdings Limited is located, and the primary focus of joint venture is to deploy advanced technologies for artificial applications as well. And guys, the deployed technologies include artificial intelligence, Internet of Things and secure blockchain products, and the goal is to leverage these technologies to enhance various industrial processes and systems. And the joint venture structure guys involves Adani having a significant but minority stake, indicating collaboration and shared decision making, and the term sheet signifies a formal commitment to establishing the joint venture. And guys, the announcement was made through a regulatory filing by Adani Enterprises. And guys, the joint venture aligns with broader trend of integrating cutting-edge technologies into industrial operations and artificial intelligence, Internet of Things and blockchain technology guys, as we know, are recognized as transformative technologies within the potential to optimize efficiency and security, isn't it? And the Abu Dhabi strategic location as a business hub may contribute to the success of the joint venture, I think. And guys, the partnership with Sirius International Holdings Limited signals a global collaboration in the technology development and the use of blockchain products, emphasizes a focus on security and reliability in industrial applications. And the announcement, guys, reflects the Adani Group's strategic move towards diversification and technological innovation, and the joint venture is positioned to play a significant role in shaping the future landscape of industrial processes through the integration of artificial intelligence, Internet of Things and blockchain technology. Now look guys, if you want my honest opinion, I do think that this news is great for artificial intelligence and Internet of Things, but for blockchain technology, this news is utter useless, because when you talk about blockchain technology, it is ideal for the community to have the growth completely organic. Unfortunately, looks like people not truly understanding what blockchain technology is. If you talk about Bitcoin, guys, the growth was and is 100% organic, isn't it? Those are my honest thoughts. Now, guys, let's discuss second news, and this is to do with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia, guys, ready to embrace artificial intelligence era through global partnership. And this news, guys, is actually published by ArabNews.com. So let me go ahead and explain what this news is all about. Because Saudi Arabia commits to integrating artificial intelligence globally for all programs with a focus on partnership. And Minister Al Sawa announces the partnership with Coursera that are providing 250,000 seats for essential AI skill development. And the initiative, guys, is part of a broader AI for all programs, preparing the workforce for generative AI era. And Al Swaha, guys, praises Saudi's leadership for emphasizing human capital development and recognizing artificial intelligence national importance. And lifelong learning is crucial in the evolving artificial intelligence field, according to the minister. And Saudi Arabia collaborates with Coursera to leverage global platforms for education and skill development. So definitely positive news. And guys, listen, leadership is absolutely key in artificial intelligence, isn't it? And tech professionals actually grew from 150,000 to 354,000 in 7 years. And it's important to note that the rise in women empowerment in technology rose from 7% to 35% in Saudi Arabia, and the current global phenomenon involves a unique convergence of a tipping and turning point, and a tipping point like the iPhone moment signifies a significant shift in communication. And also, guys, if you look at ChatGPT, that has definitely made a massive impact in the world of artificial intelligence, isn't it? And guys, a turning point involves a trajectory shift historically seen in transitions like steam engines to the internet. Now, the current era marked by generative AI is both a tipping point and turning point as well. And now Swaha, guys, stresses the transformative impact of generative artificial intelligence on society and technology. And Saudi Arabia's commitment to artificial intelligence reflects a forward-looking approach to technology and innovation. And the Coursera partnership underscores collaboration with global education platforms like skill development, and ministers' acknowledgement of the unique convergence shows awareness of the transformative technological landscape. And guards the focus of artificial intelligence in education and workforce aligns with global trends in preparing for advanced technology changes. And the emphasis in artificial intelligence, guys, reflects Saudi Arabia's commitment to addressing the challenges and opportunities in technology. And look, guys, I've said this so many times lately. Since 2023, I've been seeing so many news regarding artificial intelligence coming out from Saudi Arabia, and I wouldn't be surprised if Saudi Arabia turns out to be the leader not just in the Middle East, probably in the entire world so far as artificial intelligence is concerned. Now, what are your thoughts, guys? Mention them in the comments below. So those were the news, guys, from Crypto and Coffee at 8 from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Miles who asks, is Bitcoin already priced in with the Bitcoin Spot ETF? To be honest, Miles, this is such a brilliant question, and most likely yes. I do feel that the price of Bitcoin is already priced in with regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF, and I was reading an article a few days ago where they literally talked about the very same thing. Now listen, these are so-called cryptocurrency price influencers who try to say absolutely any gibberish. So it's really important to know that we truly understand the true dynamics of what Bitcoin is. And regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF news, unfortunately, it does not make absolutely any impact so far as the underlying technology is concerned. But Miles, when there's so much news regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF, I do have this very strong feeling that the price of Bitcoin will still definitely pump up. And that is because a lot of the companies that are not associated with Bitcoin, they will be seeing this news in the mainstream media, and I'm pretty much sure they will be allocating some of the funds on the so-called new asset class, and because of that, the demand for Bitcoin will increase. That's exactly what I think. But listen, Miles, I've said this so many times in my Crypto and Coffee Date podcast. When it comes to price predictions, all price predictions are 100% right 50% of the time. Now, could it be possible that the left-leaning administration puts an outright ban on Bitcoin? You never know. The left-leaning administration is absolutely scary, and the Biden administration definitely will end up doing that. But at the same time, you know what I feel, Miles, that there might be a pocket of tiny buyers spread across the entire world, which will eventually turn to Bitcoin and tend to buy some element of Bitcoin, not necessarily a lot of Bitcoin, but maybe, let's say, they might try to put, let's say, 2% or 4% of the allocation of the funding into Bitcoin. And these tiny purchases at a macro level could definitely pump up the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. This is definitely what I think. Now listen, I wouldn't be surprised if a Bitcoin Spot ETF does actually get approved. But let's say, what would happen if a Bitcoin Spot ETF is approved? But listen, what I'm really curious to check, once a Bitcoin Spot ETF is approved, will there be a government that takes the initiative to go and buy Bitcoin and put it as a reserve? Something similar to what El Salvador president did. I really am not sure. But if one leading country does that, I'm pretty much sure several other countries will start doing that. And if that thing happens, the price of Bitcoin could easily touch even $1 million, maybe even $10 million as well, isn't it? These are some crazy wild predictions. But listen, as I mentioned earlier today, there are two more events that are crucial so far as the world of Bitcoin is concerned. That is the Bitcoin halving, where the supply get further reduced in half. And apart from that, there is US election going on as well. And listen, the geopolitical world is in absolute chaos right now. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we are heading towards World War III. And keeping all these factors into consideration is really going to be crucial to check what happens to the price of Bitcoin. So definitely a great question. And that's about all, guys, on the Ask Me Anything season blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area27d1.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And how the series of episodes on the Crypto and Coffee Date works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.